In this box rests an L-1X crystal lanyard microphone from Archer. These mics were made in the 1950s for a wide range of use cases: film, theater, journalism, and even some hobbyist use. These microphones were very affordable for the time, costing around $2.85 or $35 today in 2024. Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video here on the channel. My name is Patrick, also known as Necatus, and today we'll be going over my L-1X microphone. In 1917, two inventors, Paul Langevin and Alexander Nicholson, independently came up with a piezoelectric microphone. Initially, Paul, who was the first to have the idea, used piezoelectric crystals to detect sound. He made an ultrasonic submarine detector using this technology. This was used to help calculate the distance of enemies based off the time it took an emitted sound to bounce off the hostile and return to its emitter and paired microphone. 2 years later, Alexander took this idea and used it to formally invent the piezoelectric microphone, or crystal microphone. For the time, this microphone was groundbreaking. Its predecessor was the carbon microphone. The carbon microphone was known to be unreliable and unable to catch sounds outside of a set, small frequency and dynamic range. On top of this, these were very prone to being noisy in comparison, and the crystal microphone was much clearer and had less noise, more dynamics, and more frequency capture. They were also significantly more sturdy than the carbon microphones and could be built much more compactly. They soon saw wide adoption in all areas of life, but especially in the military, radio, and the news. By the 1950s, these microphones were extremely commonplace and affordable. The introduction of goods made in Asia, especially in Japan in the 50s, led to a boom of cheap consumer goods, such as the L-1X crystal microphone. Contemporarily, these styles of microphones are not as commonplace, and their sound would be considered lo-fi by our modern standards. But I still think it's a neat microphone to play around with. I figured the best way to use this microphone for my first VST test with it would be use it for something it was designed for. I recorded my voice. I sang notes into the microphone and through my mixer's amplifier to my DAW. I am not a pro singer, so these notes are a bit goofy. I can barely hold a stable note. I recorded several notes and some round robins and combined the raw sounds all together in this VST. I've included things such as reverb and chorus to help rough out some of the edges. It sounds a bit silly, but it also came out kinda nice as well. I have an easier time singing the low notes in a stable way, so the low notes came out sounding really cool, in my opinion. I think the end result is cool, lo-fi, and dark. I could definitely see this in a Stranger Things soundtrack. I've included a link in the bio of this video to a decent sampler library on Gumroad I have made using this instrument. If you make anything cool with this, please feel free to share. I would love to hear. I hope you all get as much enjoyment from this as I have. See you next time, Patrick.